Windows 10 is dead. Now what? Although this might be bad news for many Windows 10 followers, I say followers because it's kind of like a cult. But what if I told you there was a better world after Windows 10? So the support for Windows 10 is ending on October 15th. There's some extended support for, educational business stuff, guys like that. But you at home, you're done. But hey, guess what? Even though Windows 10 is ending, you can get Windows 11 for free. Wait a minute. Did I say free? What I meant was, if you buy a new computer, you'll have Windows 11 for free. But if you want to upgrade or update or install it on an existing computer, you're going to have to pay for it, of course. But you're going to have to pass the test first. So it's free, but only Windows 10 PCs that are running Windows 10, the 20H1, which was from 2020, that download or later, and meet the minimum hardware requirements. Now, they don't tell you what the minimum hardware requirements are, but they do this thing. You can check to see if you have the latest updates for Windows 10 in settings, update and security, Windows update to determine if your device is eligible. So when you do that, your Windows 10 machine is going to go online, converse, shake hands, greet the Windows 11 representative, and Windows 11 representative is going to tag your machine. Well, it's going to tag all your hardware, and so that if you continue to, well, who knows? This is pure speculation, but you're basically, if you're basically doing this to give Windows or Microsoft a heads up that you're wanting to use old machinery on their new system. So they'll tag you. That's it. You're tagged, and you're tracked and traced and all these things. At least I'm awfully suspicious of these things. So anytime your computer, your device, like in particular, like I'm not free from Windows by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, although on my PC, I'm not running any Windows products. I still have this cursed black box that I carry around with me, and it talks all the time to the and it talks all the time to the controllers or handlers. Boy, I'm starting to sound like a conspiracy theorist. It's getting bad. And so you're gonna send your Windows 10 computer online, and it's gonna say yes or no to the Windows 11 update. If you have a brand new computer that's on Windows 10, congratulations. It would be interesting to see the percentage of Windows 10 computers that meet the minimum requirements for the upgrade. Recently, I acquired a Windows 10 computer. Fast as lightning. It's nothing wrong with it other than the fact that the previous owner, was upgrading all his machines to Windows 11, and none of them could pass the test. So, what happens to my PC when Windows 10 reaches the end of its support date? You will lose on the 14th of October, 15th of October. You will lose all your technical support, feature updates, and security updates and fixes. You'll still be able to use it, and this is quite typically, well, yeah, you'll be able to use it for as long as you can use it. Things will just start getting out of reach. in 2024, uh, I was notified that my banking app could not update anymore and was unusable because of the age of my um, device. So I had to upgrade my device in order to continue to do my banking online through my device. So this makes me think that wow, Windows 10 is ending, and yeah, you can still use your Windows 10 just like I can still use my old device, but there will begin to be restrictions as it goes along. So that's okay. Let's get that done. So now that I've said all that, I'm going to say it again. So on the 15th, you're going to lose technical support, feature support, and security updates and fixes. While your Windows 10 machine will continue to work, you'll be at a greater risk of all these things: viruses, trojans, all of these attacks, online attacks that do, quite frankly, you don't get running a Linux operating system. So I remember in 2024, all of a sudden, I couldn't use my banking app on my personal device. Quite simply said, your device is too old, and we won't update our banking app, and our banking app won't work unless it's updated. So this guy had to go get, didn't have to. You see, this is the thing. I didn't have to go get a new device, but I made the decision that doing banking on my phone, because I don't do it on my computer, is more important than the privacy I might be giving up and basically the cost of a newer device. I can't remember the last time I bought a new device. Now when they're so easily acquirable for a lot less, and it's just good. So what? New, nice and new. Look at me. Do I need nice and new? No, I'm okay. At any rate, so if I can extrapolate that experience onto the Windows 10, moving to Windows 11 experience, while your Windows 10 PC will work, it'll be greater risk of viruses and malware, and who knows what other things are going to be. You're going to suddenly click on a website and want to purchase something online, and it's going to say we can't continue with your request because your operating system is out of date. It can happen. I don't see why it wouldn't happen, because now if you're running a Windows 10 machine and you're going online and you're going to purchase something, and the purchaser on the other end, because your machine has been flagged, because you went on and asked them if I can upgrade this machine to Windows 11, and they're going to say, wait a minute, you may be deemed a risk factor. And then they just say, no, we're not going to deal with you. So, do they want you to buy a new machine? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. How will this affect your Microsoft apps? Well, it all depends, right? Apparently they say here Office 2016, Office 2019 will end. Office 2024 and 2021 will continue to run on Windows 10, but won't be supported. So basically, see, this is what I don't understand, because you know what? I don't use Microsoft Office. Is it online? Is it all online? Do you have to log in to use it? I don't know. Do you pay for a yearly usage of it? I don't know. But it's not going to be supported. Yeah, will no longer be supported. To maintain a supported configuration, they recommend that you upgrade your device to Windows 11. I say, well, you know what I would say. I would say, screw that. Load up a load up a Linux operating system and run LibreOffice or something. Um, I run LibreOffice and it's awesome. It has no problem communicating and being itself and doing all this stuff. It just doesn't. All right, so we're gonna get into some gritty stuff. All right. So Windows 10 back in 2015 introduced this Cortana. Hi, Cortana. I never talked to Cortana. Cortana was the AI assistant. I think, by my recollection, that was the first one I ever came across. Even back then, though, I didn't trust Cortana. She was a little demon in the box, which just kind of froze. It's like, do I want Cortana to know everything about me? So I shut Cortana off, and that was kind of the end of it for me. But it's in retrospect, like in hindsight, I look back and I'm thinking that was the start. It was like since that day, Microsoft has been watching us. They've been logging every keystroke, recording what's on our screens, tracking our online movements. And other corporations start doing the same thing, right? Well, they're tracking you in a way. They're insisting you log into their website. Log in. Create a username. Create a username that's unique to you. Create a password. Wait a minute. Password's got to have a capital, lowercase, a couple numbers, a couple characters. It's got to be 8 or 12 characters long. Gone. You'll never remember it. That's okay, they say. We'll remember it for you. And so every time you come online, we'll just log you in. So my question is this. What do you need a login for? If that corporation recognizes your machine, they have your information. You've allowed them to open the door of communication between your machine and their machines. So can they do it from the other side and just come on in anytime you like? See, the cookies that they say that you need to collect for them to do this, the cookie is a key under the doormat. You just told them where it is. Now, other corporations, of course, they see this, they know this. And so you go into theirs and you log into theirs websites with the same rigmarole. They say that's okay because we know that you're here, so that you need virus protection. You need ad blockers. You need a VPN. And they sell you these things. But in order for you to have them, you've got to give that company all of your privacy. It's just one vicious circle. There's no escaping it. Oh, you see the pattern. This is a revelation to a lot of people. Heck, it was a revelation to me too. Anyway, where are we going here? If Windows 10, how to do this? How do you say this? Windows 10 set the trap. Windows 11 is the prison. I can't say it anymore. So let's be crystal clear on this. If you want to avoid being tracked and traced and followed and predicted upon, stay offline. Period. Just stay offline. But that means everything. That means no more bank cards, no more cell phones, no more credit cards, no more even these friggin' corporate cards that you, these join the club, save some money cards, all these things. I'm trying to think of one offhand. Oh my God. The Shoppers Rewards, the gas station points cards. I don't know what these things are even called because I don't have any of them. I don't want to give my habits away. I don't want everybody to know. So, interesting story. I was in the gas station the other day And I said to them, I said, she says, what can I get for you? And I'm looking, and the price of gas has been changing up and down since the old, I'm in Canada, so the old tariff and carbon tax stuff is just, it's impossible for us to keep on top of everything because it's changing more than daily. So I said, I need 63 liters of gas. So she punches it in. And she says, okay, that works out to whatever it was, $80. So I give her $80 in cash. And she says, do you have an Optimum card? And I says, why would I want an Optimum card? I don't want I don't want corporations knowing what I'm doing. She goes, yeah, you're right. That's a good idea. No, okay, I get it. And I'm a regular there, so they see my face all the time. I pay cash all the time. And she says, you want a receipt? Just kind of looked at her sideways and says, now, what's the point of that? And she just kind of grinned. I think she finally got it. If you don't want to be tracked, you don't want to be tracked. And part of being tracked is in our daily habits of using a debit card, using credit cards, using all that kind of stuff, right? Because once they got you. They know you. You gave them their fingerprint. You gave it. All these things are direct links to you. I'm going to go back to this. When you clicked on that little thing, can I do the upgrade to Windows 11? You just gave your thumbprint to Microsoft. Well, you gave your PC's thumbprint to Microsoft. And you said, this machine belongs to me. Oh, congratulations! You're staying in the control grid. Yeah, it's unrealistic to say that you're just going to stay offline. You can't stay offline. It's this world. You can't. I mean, look at me right now. I'm online, telling you to stay offline. That's just kind of crazy. So if you can't avoid being tracked online, at least you can make it hard for them to track you offline. Well, you see, Microsoft takes a screenshot of your system basically every 5 seconds. So whatever you're looking at on the screen, they're looking at on the screen, online or offline. And then when they sync up, whenever you do connect online, which if you're plugged into some kind of cat cable, you're always online. And they just upload whatever the condition of your computer is. They trained us for this because they trained us a long time ago to set automatic, every now and then take a snapshot of my system so that if anything goes wrong, I can revert back to that system and fix all the new problem. So we've become accustomed to just giving screenshot, not even thinking where it's going to go. And this was for, so that you can protect yourself, so that we can kind of keep an eye on you. Wow. So if Windows 10 was a trap, Windows 11 is the prison. This is basically how it looks. Windows 11 is going to pick up right where Windows 10 leaves off. This is me rambling. I'm thinking this out. Can I prove it? No. Does the evidence kind of point to this? Yes. Because, I mean, Microsoft Windows is telling you this anyway. They're telling you that first thing you do is get a 365 account. Or a Microsoft account, whatever the heck that is, a Microsoft account. And Microsoft they will insist that everything you do on your PC will have to be done plugged into the internet. Everything. You'll need a Microsoft account. One of those. You will need a Microsoft account, and along with other software producers, all your applications will be online. Some will be free, some will be pay-per-use, some of them will require a personal subscription right there. lifelong subscription. But even before that, heck, you'll have to upgrade your PC hardware. Windows 11. I'm just saying, maybe or likely, perhaps, Windows 11 is not going to like much of your hardware. You've got, I don't know, video cards, sound cards, Ethernet cards, drives, CDs, DVD drives, plug and play cameras, all these things. Peripherals, printers. Wow. All of these could potentially stop working when you upgrade your machine to Windows 11. Heck, even if you buy a brand new Windows 11 machine, your peripherals just may not be appreciated by Windows 11. Why? Don't know. Perhaps because they won't communicate unless directed. Don't know. Is it all designed to make us, consume more, buy more, spend more? I know some people invested a lot of money in their computers, thousands of dollars, and they're just going to have to throw it away. Throw it away because, heck, you can't sell it. The only person who's going to buy this is a Linux guy. A guy like me. And Linux guys are notoriously not spendthrifty. They're not going to pay hundreds of dollars for that. So your $1,000 computer on October 15th will be worth $50. Maybe $100 if you throw in the flat screen monitor, couple peripherals that won't work with Windows 11 anyway. After all the hoopla of electronic waste and getting rid of this stuff, Microsoft is basically condemning whole generations of unrecyclable, perfectly usable computer hardware to the trash heap. If you've been watching, if you've stuck with me this far, welcome to Hooked on Linux. I hope you subscribe if you've stuck it out this long. The button's right there. Now's a good time to hit it. Thank you very much. There is a viable solution to this, and we're going to get into this some more. It's called Linux, specifically Linux Mint. This is probably the easiest way to get away from Windows. It kind of looks like Windows, and after your first couple of clicks, it's easy. I did it in 2020. It was easy, but I didn't do it for security reasons. Even though maybe it sounds like I'm a big security guy now. It wasn't that. It was the hardware. I had this old beat up 10-year-old laptop, and it just ran out of speed. I just started my other YouTube channel, and it just had a hard time rendering video. So I just wiped it. Just wiped it cold turkey. Wiped it. Installed Linux Mint. It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard. It installed easy. And Linux Mint turned that old dual core processor laptop into a rocket. Like literally a rocket. Now I'm not a techie guy, so I can't really explain the hows, but I was sold. That's it. Free open operating system. No money, doesn't cost a thing. And it was easy to use. And it was fast. Where am I at? I wish it was more complicated than that. There's a lot of sites out there that are going to tell you that it's more complicated than that. It's not. You just go to linux.com, linuxmint.com, follow the instructions to download the ISO, which is some image file that does a download. I don't know how it works, but there's hundreds of videos on YouTube that are going to walk you through it. So watch one of those videos. Well, watch 3 or 4 of those videos, and they lead you through it pretty good. I like the guy at Switch to Linux. I like that guy. He's pretty honest. He's pretty good with it. So's that British techie guy, but he's really good. And he's called Explaining Computers. Yeah. he's he's hard for me to watch, but he's got great content. So yeah, he's worth checking out. It's good. And he seems to be unbiased. I don't. So give those guys. They'll walk you through the installation, which is awesome. Now the truth is that your online presence will always be hacked, and it doesn't matter what operating system you're going to run. As soon as you log into a website, as soon as you give them your Google ID, your Apple ID, your Microsoft ID, you've just forfeited your right to privacy. But your offline stuff, that should be your home. That should be your castle. That should be your private space. That should be not negotiable. And you're not getting that with Microsoft, and you know you're not getting that with Apple. So simply put, that's why I advocate Linux operating system. That's why I use it. That's why I sing its praises, because it's ultimately you that controls what your machine can do. Your offline activity is private. There's no tracking. There's no recording, no monitoring, and no security apps. And it's a wonderful thing. And again, I can't explain how it all works. Why Linux is so free. I'll leave that to the Linux geeks, but it is free. Because I think in a free world, there's no room for deceit, perhaps, because it just won't be tolerated. And that's what you get. That's what you get on Linux. So hopefully you got something out of this. If you did, hit that like, give me a comment, show me some love, because it's good. I guess Windows is dead. Welcome to life after Windows.